Welcome back. You're still tuned into Mid-Cap Radar. We're going to talk about Kalpataru Projects now. This is on their Q3 earnings that came through. It was quite a decent show this time around. The revenue has gone up well, but on the margin front, there has been a bit of a contraction. So to discuss this and more, we have Mr. Amit Uplenchwar, who's Director of Kalpataru Projects, joining us now. Amit, thanks a lot for taking the time today and joining us. I just want to begin by asking you about your orders, because for FY24 so far, you're looking at around 18,000 crores. But I do believe that you're L1 in over 6,000 crores as well. So take us through what you really expect to end this year with in terms of the orders.
So thanks, Pavitra, for having me. I think you're absolutely right. We've got close to 18,000 crores worth of orders that we've already booked for the year. We have a good position of L1 in 6,000 plus. When we started the year, we were hoping to close the year with 25 to 26,000 crores of order booking. And I think we should be thereabouts by the end of the year. So we should do close to 25, 26,000 by the end of the year.
Amit, your net debt levels currently are close to 2,600 crores. What are the reduction plans going forward? Do you plan on becoming a zero net debt company going forward? And is there any asset monetization plan going forward as well?
So, to answer your question, two questions. So the first one first. We've looked at our debt in the context of the revenue and the growth that we've been doing steadily over the last several years. And, as our other sectors, which are without transmission, which is, civil, infra, building and factories, oil and gas, etc. As these scale up, we've been doing significant capex last year, this year as well, and hopefully next year as well, we will have capex. And because of that, our borrowings have gone up. But if you look at our interest cost as a percentage of our revenue, we have ensured that that stays in check at 2%. And so we are quite comfortable where we are at the moment. Our debt to equity ratio is extremely comfortable. So we're not worried as long as our revenue to interest cost stays in check. So far as our non-core businesses are concerned, we've always said that there are a couple of businesses that are non-core to us, and we are constantly trying to see how we can monetize them. Out of our 3 road assets, one, which is the largest, we said last time that we've signed a non-binding term sheet. We've been engaging in discussions with the party that is shown interest, and looking at the right valuation and the right time. We hope that we could conclude this by the calendar year 24, which we had said earlier as well. So far as our other non-core, we've got our Indore project, where hopefully by December 24th, as we had said before, we should be able to wind that project and realize all the proceeds coming into the company.
Okay, so you have narrowed it down to one company, right, that you're mentioning for the sale of these assets?
We're discussing with a couple of people, but the non-binding term sheet, of course, is with one person. So we're not at liberty to disclose that at the moment. But we are in active talks, and we hope that by the end of December 24, we should be able to conclude this in line with what we expect the inflows to be.
Right. Amit, we are running out of time, but I'd like to squeeze in one last question very quickly. Promoter stake from September to December has seen a slight reduction. Is there any further stake sale plan on the anvil? And what is the promoter holding that is pledged currently, if you can share some data on that?
Sure. So you had asked this question last year at the beginning of the year, and my answer was that from what we understand and after speaking to the promoters, they've said 2 things very clearly. One, we are not going to increase the percentage of pledge as shareholding in the company from beyond what it was. We will make an effort to reduce it going forward. From the start of the year until now, we are down 10% in terms of promoter pledge. So we are currently standing at below 40% at 39% as promoter pledge. And hopefully the same trend should continue going in the next financial year as well.
Amit, thank you so much for joining in. We leave it at that. And that was the management of Kalpataru Projects there talking about the prospects going ahead. With that, it's a wrap on this edition of Midcap Radar. MF Corner takes the action forward. Thank you so much for joining in.